Hello everyone, myself Shreya. Today we are going to explain about online restaurant menu and booking portal of full stack development. Next slide. Team members are Harshita, Lakshmi, Likita, Nisha and me. Next slide. Our project dynamic restaurant website powered by Django means the pages aren't static, the backend serves real data such as menus, items, images, and descriptions. Dynamic restaurant website displays the menu items with images and descriptions, includes structured project folders for templates, static files, and backend logic. Demos full stack development concepts. Structured the project professionally using Django's MVT pattern, separating templates like UI, static files like CSS or images, and backend logic views, models. This setup mirrors real-world full-stack development, demonstrating how front-end and backend layers interact to deliver a complete web application. Our idea is to build a mini production-style restaurant system showing how modern web apps are organized, served, and managed. Next slide. Objectives. The project aims to create a clean, responsive, and user friendly restaurant interface where customers can view dishes visually. Build a clean and responsive using Django to manage the backend logic. Django handles the backend operations like routing, rendering, templates, managing data, while static files serve food images and CSS stylings. A key objective is maintaining a scalable modular folder structure, making the project easy to extend and adding more pages, integrated database, add booking features, etc. Our idea is to neatly design a restaurant website that is both functional and structured for future expansion. Next slide. Tech stack used in our restaurant website like Python, the logic engine driving the backend functionality, all data handling, routing, and server-side operations run on Python itself. Next, Django framework, which is used to implement the MVT architecture or MVC, automates routing and keeps backend clean and organized. HTML and CSS is used to build the visual layout, the pages, customers, and interaction with. Next, SQLite is a database which is used lightweight but database used for the development, stores menu data, items, and other contents. Static files like images powers the food gallery and UI assets through Django static file system. Our idea is to do the modern lightweight full stack ideal for beginners and scalable for real deployments. And next will be continued by Lakshmi.
Django project structure. A view function in Django is the core part of the application that controls what happens when the user sends a request. This slide explains the complete structure of my Django project and how every folder contributes to building the website. Restaurant site. This is the main project folder. It contains all the project settings, configurations, URLs, and WSGI, ASGI files. Basically, it acts as the control center for the entire Django project. Main. This is the Django app where all the main functionality of the restaurant website are developed. Django projects can have multiple apps, but here I created one app named Main to keep everything modular and organized. Templates. The folder contains all the HTML files. It is responsible for the UI of the website, including pages for menu display, categories, and navigation. Django automatically load these templates when called from the views. Django automatically load these templates. Static. This includes CSS files, images, and other static resources. All food pictures used in the website come from this folder. Django static file system makes sure these files load properly on the front end. Models.py. This file contains the database structure. It defines models such as minutlam, category, etc. Django automatically creates database tables from the models using migration. Views.py. This contains the application logic. It takes data from the models and sends it to templates. For example, it loads the menu items and displays them on the UI with images. URL.py. This is the routing file. It maps each URL to appropriate view. Example, menu will open the menu page. Next slide. Feature of the website. These are the main features of the restaurant website I developed using Django. Displays menu items with images. Each item is shown with its name, price, and an image. This gives users a visual menu experience similar to a modern restaurant website. Organized food categories. Food items are grouped under categories like starters, main course, desserts, drinks, etc. This makes navigation easier and improve user experience. Static food images loading using Django static system. All images are stored under static main. Django static management ensures image load quickly and efficiently. This also keeps the project well organized. Simple and easy to navigate UI. The interface is clean and beginner friendly. Users can easily browse, categorize, and view food items without confusion. The UI is responsive and works smoothly across devices. Modular core following Django MVT pattern. MVT model, view, template, data, logic, and the UI. This pattern ensures clean separation of code, easily maintenance, faster development. Next slide will be continued by Harshita.
Static assets. Static assets are the files in a web project that never change, even when users interact with the website. They are not generated by the Python or a backend. They simply store and serve as they are. What are static assets? These are images, CSV files, or CSV files, and JavaScript. Food images like brownie, chicken biryani, fries. These images are used to visualize the display food items. Why do we use these static assets? To make the website look better and more attractive? Images and styles across the many pages and to keep the project organized. The main idea is the static assets are fixed files that makes the website look good. They don't change or stored in the specific files. In our project, we mainly use the food images as static assets. Next slide. Templates used. Templates are the web pages of our project. They contain the structure and design of our site, usually written in HTML. In our project, we use three templates. Those are base.html, common layout. This is like the master page. It contains common parts like header, navigation bar, footer. Other pages reuse it so you don't repeat the same content everywhere. Menu.html shows list of dishes. These pages display all the food items on your menu. It receives the list of dishes from the backend. It is linked to the food images and static assets. Index.html. It is a home page. This is the first page. It gives the introduction or a welcome message. It also uses the layout from base.html. Why templates separate design from the back to make the pages easy to manage to avoid repetition of layout. The website uses templates for each page. We have a main layout page and two side pages like index for home page and menu to show the food items. Next slide. Next slide. Backend implementation. Backend is the brain of the website. It controls what data is shown on each page and how the pages behave. What the backend does: views, fetch, menu items. The backend retrieves the dishes or other information. It prepares the data to be shown on the web page. This is where the logic happens. URL map users to different pages. URL decides what page should open. For example, slash open home page, menu opens menu page. Third comes the model defined structure. Model describe how your data looks. If your menu items were stored in the database, each dish should fulfill with a name, price, description, images. Static files configured in settings. The backend also known where the static assets are stored. This makes sure images load properly on the website. We use backend to connect your data with the templates to decide what users see. It organizes how pages behave. The backend of our project handles all the logic. It chooses what data to show, which page to open, and how menus items are fetched. It also manages static files so that images load correctly. Next slide will be continued by workflow of our website.
User opens the website, Django receives the request, Django loads the corresponding HTML template. Static food images are fetched from the static folder and the displayed. User can choose a category or a navigation menu. Django views process the and request sends the correct page back and the users. Database. Django uses SQLite as a default lightweight database. Database stores items like menu details and user information. Django ORM helps in creating, updating, and managing data easily. Models in models.py defines table collection automatically. Next slide will be continued by Likita.
Generals or the dish it's updated. You can delete outdated items or items that are no longer available. Since Django automatically create this panel to save a lot of development times, it is fully secured and only accessible to the authorized admin. Django provide an inbuilt admin panel that is automatically generated. This panel allows the restaurant owner to add, edit, or delete menu items without touching the code. It makes contact management very easy and the efficient. Next slide. Advantages of Django. Fast development. Django comes with many built-in features such as admin panel, ORM, authentication, and form handling. This reduces repetitive works and makes the development process faster. Secure authentication. Django has a strong authentication system with secure handling of password handle, hashing, login and logout, session management, CSRF protection. So the website stays safe from common attacks. Static file handling. Django automatically manages the CSS, images, and the JavaScript file using its static file systems. This helps in creating a responsive and attractive UI. Automatic admin panel. Django automatically generates a features-rich admin interface. This reduces backend development time and thus simplifies the contact management. Scalable architecture. Django uses the shared nothing architecture. You can scale server, database, caching, load balancing as your architecture, which clearly separate.
Mm.
Conclusion. It uses Django MVT model view templates architectures which clearly separate business logic, UI, and the data management. The website is responsive, so it works on mobile and the desktop. The system integrations and the user login can be added later. लिखिता वो तो मजे के Huh? In Django, the MVT architecture ensures clear separations of logic and the interface, and the site is responsive, scalable, and mean. The restaurant based project is a Django based restaurant website where we display menu items along with their images, names, and prices. We use a dish model to store the data, and Django automatically saves uploaded images in the media folder, and the views fetch the data from the database and the template show it on the home page and the menu page. The home page contains the hero section. The home page contains the hero section and the menu page contains the menu section, and menu page uses a clean grid layout to show each dishes with the images and the image load using image.image URL. Static files like CSS and banner images are loaded using percentage load static percentage and uploaded images work through media URL and media route. Overall, the code connects the models, views, templates, and media handling to create a neat and functional restaurant menu application. The output of the restaurant website we built using Django. These are all the dishes and contact and the location. This is our output of the restaurant website built using restaurant website. If we click explore menu button, we will come across the menu page of restaurant and then contacts and the location page. This is the restaurant website of using Django. Thank you.